Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to TCG University. It's me, Noah, here, doing a deck profile for our campus championship hero promotion rank. The PR gets me. Hero. I don't know. It's the hero ranking campus championship. Sorry about that. So I'm going to be doing a deck profile on Snipe, as it's already clearly stated. Snipe is a 7-hander, 20 health. Response: after your rival's combat phase begins, ready 1 foundation. Enhance your attack, discard the top card of your rival's deck. If the discarded card was an attack, they lose 2 health. And then enhance: if your ranged attack is completely blocked, your rival loses 1 health. I liked playing this deck. I like the character. I think he's almost there with support. I played this one under death, so we're just going to break right down into it. So first off, we had 2 copies of Trace Sheet Cape to unflip any flipped foundations that we would have. Pretty simple. We really didn't use it for anything else besides that, or wanted anything else besides that. Going through our attacks, we played 4 copies of Naval Laser Beam. It's a 5 diff, 3 mid for 6 with a 2 mid block, breaker 2 range that says first enhance, discard momentum, unflip 2 foundations. Enhance, flip 1 foundation, your attack gets 2 speed. Enhance, flip a foundation, this attack gets 2 damage. Sorry, not your, but this attack. We generally play this just so it's deadly and they want to block it. Either way, we're still at least getting a damage out of him, or we're at least making him lose a health in the process. When we play cards like Keen Observation later on, it essentially amounts to 2 health, which is something still okay. Usually the breaker 2 is probably the best part about it, but again, I was playing this under death, and I think it's very limited with range attacks under death that you're going to be able to play with. But I think this is just a generically good one to put in. Next, we have 4 copies of Crow and Frog Takedown. It just ignores progressive, or it doesn't count towards progressive difficulty for the rest of the turn. It's also a high block, or a high attack, which is important for this deck. 2 mid block, 5 difficulty, 4 high for 5. Ally and ranged. Following, we have 4 copies of Float Combo. Float combo is pretty self-explanatory. So the speed and damage can be switched for the combo enhance, and then if it's completely blocked, it still deals 1 damage, meaning your float combo with this character, since it is a ranged attack, is able to do at least, it deals a damage, so it'll go to momentum, and then it burns them 1 as well with Snipe, which is really cool. It is a 5 diff, which is awkward, but this next card here we have offsets that to make it essentially a 4 diff. And that's 4 copies of Instant Shining Flash. 4 diff, 4 high for 4, which is what we usually want to play the float combo off of. Enhance, flip a foundation. The next card you attempt to play this turn gets -1 difficulty. And then, response: after you play this card, your rival discards a momentum. It's also a 1 low block, which is super sick. This is just the setup fodder for any combos and or float combo specifically to flow through. You can play an attack this, and then just about any other attack will come in at an easier difficulty. And then we played 3 copies of Expert Flurry. This one I definitely threw in because I couldn't figure out anything else I wanted to play that was a ranged attack under death, but it is pretty cool. Combo enhance, discard a rival momentum, and then enhance your next attack this turn gets +2 damage. So you could go with Expert Flurry into Shining Flash into Float Combo, or just play Float Combo right after and accept the difficulty. Moving on to our foundations, we are a 20 health character and we're under death, so we're going to play 4 copies of Super Regen so we can gain our health back. Pretty self-explanatory. I did throw in 2 copies of Apathetic because I thought Apathetic would be really nice to flip any troublesome foundations that are really getting in the way of me wanting to push to my end goal, or me being pushed back, or my opponent pushing to their end goal. We're playing under death, so obviously we should play 4 copies of League Interview. It's a 6 check, which is super sick, and it also allows any of my attacks to essentially pass, as long as I don't check an attack, generally speaking. It's also really good for blocking when it comes to it, because I can flip that to give +1 to my block mod, or not my block, my check to block. We do flip foundation, so we want to play Glamorous to be able to unflip things, and then if any of our guys get a speed neg, we can also just flip Glamorous to give it 3 speed back. 3 copies of Nervous Habit. This card is a little risky. I think the speed is important. I've always said that with this game. I think speed is a very important thing to fall back on. So losing a health for speed I think is okay. It's a fair trade, especially when you have cards like Super Regen here that can give you the health back at a later date. Also, if it's committed due to a stun ability, you can just blow it up and they lose a foundation as well. It can be a fair trade, potentially. 4 copies of Graceful Maneuvers. We're a squishy boy, so we want to be able to block if possible. Graceful Maneuvers allows us to do that by negating 2 speed and then 1 speed for each card in our card pool. 3 copies of Someone with Style. Not only is it for the speed reduction that it gives, but the ability to restand itself and also keep us out of deadlock. It's a 6 check, so we play 4 copies of Arrogant Disposition. Commit, this punch gets minus 3 speed. I don't think I came across any punches when I played this deck, but really we just use it for either its block mode or the fact that it's a 6 check, and that's really helpful for us. We play 3 copies of Struggling with Studies. If they're going to go on long or attack chains, being able to pick up a card that you previously blocked with to re-block with it, I think is super sick. 4 copies of Shock Absorption. Again, we're squishy, so anything that can neg speed to make these blocks easier or even feasible is the way we want to play this route. And we play 4 copies of Keen Observation. This character does inherently burn, so being able to burn them for 2 and then flip Keen Observation to burn them for 3 is really good, or even burn them for 1 and flip it to burn them for 2, just because they completely block my range attack is also good. Generally, people don't want to do that. They'll just kind of eat the damage as is. 4 copies of Endanger. This one, again, it's Speed Hate. We're squishy, so it's a lot easier to use. It's just not playable while committed. Bum, bum, bum. 4 copies of Tight Lip, just so we can push in extra damage, and we do... we flip foundations anyway, so we might as well do it for extra damage as well. And then last but not least of all, 4 copies of Surviving the Final. Again, more Speed Hate. Just a free neg 1 speed on any attack once per turn is pretty good. Overall, that is the deck profile for Snipe. I like the deck. I initially built this as... oh god. No, I built this was a new build. This wasn't based off a previous one. I really like this character. I like the way he plays. I like everything about this character. It's just I think he's missing a few key attacks to help push in. Maybe even a throw would be nice, theoretically, like a ranged throw that he could play that's under death. I would say for sure. I think that's his best symbol. His most chaotic one would be Chaos, and then I don't really see too much under air. But otherwise, that's Snipe. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Make sure to check out the rest, like, comment, subscribe. And I don't have a tagline yet, so as James would always say, stay learnt.